Well, these were some really good presentations. The pressure's on. Who likes art here? It's Dona Marco now. I hope you will go tomorrow and enjoy it. I personally love art. I grew up in the art world. I had the, I guess, the honor and luck to spend a lot of time in museums, and I always loved these grand museums and see these fantastic paintings and really see the work that goes into it. Now, when I entered, I first started in finance, so I had a bit of a, not a direct connection to art. And when I first started to work in art, I looked at it as a whole, and I sort of wanted to figure out how to be successful and how to path my way to success in this really obscure and sometimes really odd and not really readable industry and marketplace. And doing so, I first just built this passion and built these fantastic relationships with all these really amazing artists from all over the world. And really just was inspired and to see their passion. And sometimes I was trying to figure out, why aren't they as successful right now? Like, how is it that certain artists truly make it in life and some don't, even though their talents might be equally as, as much? And I came to the conclusion that it's not just about the work that you do, it's almost a 360 deal. It's you as an artist, the personality, your relationships, the things that you can accomplish, the literature, the people that you surround yourself with. And obviously I'm there as a gallerist to create these opportunities for artists. And then I looked a little bit deeper, just for my financial background, and I really want to apply it to create a success story or create success for the artists that I work with. So I looked at the marketplace as a whole, and it's a $60 billion art market. It's not really changed in the last 10 years. There weren't any significant changes. Of course, there was the financial crash in 2009, where it went down, and then it went back up. It's been the $16 billion range, more or less, for the last 10, 11 years. But why is it? Because there's 7% increase of millionaires every year. And 35% of these millionaires are actually active in the marketplace. So that should mean that there should be more significant growth. But 90% spent $50,000 or less on art, and the majority of them actually only spend $5,000 and less. So that's a piece that they buy mostly because of the aesthetic, or because they are passionate about it, or because they have a relationship with the artist, or because they're just in love with the artist, which is these are all great reasons. But how great would it be if there was also like a financial upside, not just for you as the collector, but also you as the artist, that you are able to experience the success while you're alive. And the marketplace obviously has changed a lot. I mean, there's, with social media and with artists being able to promote themselves, and they've become brands, which is really exciting times. You look at Virgil Abloh and the collaboration he's done with Louis Vuitton and all these great, amazing things. There's really a lot happening. And anyway, so looking deeper into it, I asked myself the question, can this grow further? Like, can it become, I actually want to challenge the fact that art is a real asset, like a real commodity. And even though so many people will tell you it is, however, only 3% is really the blue chip world, and everything else is really below that. So I'm actually here to say that actually technology and all the improvements that are happening in technology will guide the way and will create a path for artists to live their own success and for art to be a real commodity versus a, just an investment into your passion, which are all beautiful reasons, but it would also be nice to see an upside. Which brings me to the next thing that still a lot of people in the art world have problems to talk about, which is blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is basically a scripted code that connects to a piece of artwork where you can essentially follow the provenance very, very closely, and you can identify the authenticity of a piece. That's the problem why it is not yet a real commodity, because there's so many fakes out there. There's such a convoluted, it's a wild, wild west. The art world is still a wild, wild west, believe it or not. But I love it. I mean, I love everything about it. The next thing is tokenization, where you're able to buy a piece of a piece. So, and it's already happening more or less. It's happening lightly, but it's not really had, as establishment just yet. But how would it be if you just bought, a 0.1% share in a very, very important painting? You'd be able to say that, you can put it on your Instagram even, you can say, look, I own a little portion of that Van Gogh, that beautiful, in this case, it would be, the Seven Elvis, by Andy Warhol, obviously. But it's a great way of just opening up the gates to a much, much larger audience, where you basically have a lot more people that are now active in the art world. What does it do? It does a lot of things. So how would it be if you were to invest into an artist's career? I would have loved to have owned 5% of Basquiat's career. Because, and how about the artists that you collect now? Like if you were able to actually buy a little portion of their future success, what does it do? Well, it helps the artists because they have, the funds to invest into them, into their own careers, put themselves on the map, and it creates value for everybody. And it's kind of exciting. It's much more transparent. And I think that's what the art world needs. It needs much more transparency. And yeah, this brings me back to my prior slide of the 60 billion, which sounds like a really big number, but considering, art has been around for 40, 50,000 years and, it's hugely powerful and impactful. I actually believe it can double with all these improvements that are happening in technology without taking out the human connection or the passion that you have for art, but only by enhancing it. That's it. Thank you very much.